All right, we're live. This is Fallout Pacific Northwest, and let's go ahead and do our intro. All right, here we are, Fallout Pacific Northwest. This is session number 8, I believe. I'm Darren Drader. I'm the game master. I'm also a game designer. Eric, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Eric Leonard. I'm playing Regis Mosset, and I live out in the middle of nowhere in far west Texas. Its own sort of Fallout vibe.
All right, Andy.
I'm Andy. I play Rambo 2, your lone wanderer for today, and also the resident artist. So, hello.
Vampire Bites.
I'm Vampire Bites. I'll be playing Bodie West, the super mutant from California that sounds like he's from New York half the time.
He was born that way. It's okay.
And Capricious Nature.
Hi, I'm Capricious Nature. I'm going to be playing as Bolt here on our Fallout 2D20 Pacific Northwest.
Hey, and one thing I'd like to mention just before we get started is, as a game designer, certain things are very important to me, such as income. Speaking of income, we are launching a Kickstarter for Reign of Discordia 2nd Edition on Monday. I believe Capricious Nature has the link for that. Any support I would be very appreciative of as far as that goes. It's a space opera setting, kind of a post-apocalyptic space opera setting, and it's had some pretty good critical acclaim back in its day. So we're looking forward to bringing that back. All right. So that said, how's everybody doing?
Excited.
It's been a little
Very.
while.
Yes.
Had some had some medical stuff come up, so that was fun. But we're all good now here.
Good.
All right. So, does anybody remember where we're at?
We have just re-left the vault, correct?
Correct.
Because as it turns out, it's just not enough to get a reactor back.
Well, of course not. But and Eric, did you ever catch up on the session that you missed last time?
No, I didn't.
Okay. So we definitely need the recap here. So you guys went back to Lake City. What you're trying to do is you're trying to figure out who stole the reactor and what they're using it for. And so to that goal, you went to Lake City again, where you met up with a woman named Felicia Slade, and she said that she had some sort of a tip on a dungeon for you, or a place where you might be able to find some good stuff that you can use or trade. You get there, and you basically find out that you are stuck in an escape house type situation, and she was screwing with you. She's actually working for whoever it is that you're trying to find out about.
And all of us suck at riddles. Like, kind of painfully terrible at riddles.
Well, I think you guys did a pretty good job when we got to the whole part about only the dead may leave this room, and so they all crawled into the sarcophagus and found the tunnels leading out.
Yeah, one of our better moments.
So that was good. But so from there you emerged into these like cubicles that are covered in mirrors. You can't see out of them, and they're like funhouse mirrors. So that's where you're at right now. As for Regis, you are not currently present. You are waiting around back in Lake City.
Having a smoke.
All right, so you're in these mirrored cubicles. What do you guys want to do? And each of you is alone right now.
Are they completely closed off?
They do appear to be completely closed off. Yes. So everywhere you look, I mean, there's a bright light above you, but everywhere you look, you're just seeing yourself. And reflections of yourself and reflections of yourself through funhouse mirrors. So it's very disorienting.
Okay.
Bodhi will waste some significant time making faces in the mirrors and laughing at himself being skinny and fat and everything else.
Okay.
That is very much in Bodhi's character to do. And then he'll realize, oh shit, I'm trapped here, and probably try breaking a mirror. But he'll waste several minutes first.
Okay. Bolt, what are you doing?
I don't like staring at my face too much, so I'm gonna try and find a way out, or if I need to, just start smashing.
All right. The mirrors seem to be pretty well stuck in place. There don't appear to be any hinges or anything like that would indicate a doorway of any type.
Can I make a survival perception check to see if there's any way to get my way out?
You can.
Is survival? Yes, it's tagged. Ah,
Okay, so
crit success.
2 successes tells you that there's definitely no way out in terms of, traditional ways, doorways, anything like that. It very much looks like you are in some sort of a cage covered in mirrors.
Well, that sucks.
But you,
I guess I'd start smashing.
but you do get an action point because you only needed 1 success.
Aha.
Okay, so you're gonna
I'm
smash?
just gonna start swinging.
Okay.
I got a pipe wrench.
Can we hear each other when there's some motion against this glass?
Yes, you hear the sound of a pipe wrench going through glass.
Okay.
Where the hell's the exit? Damn it! What the hell?
So as the mirror shatters, you look out into a larger room, which is also completely covered in mirrors.
Oh no!
But one thing that is kind of you're immediately alarmed, because you don't just see yourself in these other mirrors. Somewhere in there, you're seeing the reflection of somebody in power armor.
When I put these mirrors back up, I'd rather not deal with anybody in power armor.
Did you say power armor?
I did say power
Yeah,
armor.
there's some weirdo out here. I have no idea what's happening, but it's not me.
Rambo is also going to maybe try to smack at that glass with his pistol. Got no proper handheld for that, so.
Okay.
Dude.
All right.
What kind of roll would you like me to make for that?
You don't actually need to make a roll.
Excellent.
It really doesn't take that much effort to break glass.
Phenomenal.
Okay, so you smash out a mirror, and you see pretty much the same thing that he saw. Except now instead of just seeing yourself, reflections of yourself, you're seeing a reflection of a bolt as well, and you're also seeing somebody standing there in power armor.
I wave frantically at Bolt and then stop the moment that I see somebody is like standing right there.
Yeah, who is this?
Who are you?
You just hear a female voice laughing.
Oh God, not this again.
All right, Bolt hears them announcing themselves to somebody, so they'll take out his board and smack the mirrors too,
Okay.
until he figures out which direction they came from.
Okay. Same thing happens. You smash out a mirror, it breaks. You see those guys, and then you also see the reflection of somebody in power armor. And now you're also hearing the laughter of a woman. Voice sounds familiar.
Wait, sounds familiar.
I wonder who it is. Maybe not the lady who put us in the situation to begin with.
No, I mean, it sounds like Felicia Slatic, the one who hired you.
Do we get a clue this time? Kind of shouting it up in the general direction of the ceiling.
A clue. She laughs again, and she fires her machine gun into a mirror, and it breaks. She said, "Is that a good enough clue for you?"
So just break all the mirrors?
All right then, booty smash. Yeah, I got you.
It's gonna be a lot of bad luck.
Bodie will just, with the board out so he doesn't go face first into a glass wall or a mirror, just start breaking anything in his path.
Okay, now, before you do that, I have to ask you a question. Are you guys prepared to face somebody in power armor?
No.
Yeah, as it stands now, I worry one of us will lose a limb or two.
It would not surprise me if one or more people come out of this very, very maimed. And I don't mean the person in power armor.
Rambo looks out and goes, Felicia, do we have to fight this out? What's the point of this? What is the point of this?
By the way, this is probably an important detail here. You do remember there's somebody in power armor who came and stole your reactor core in the first place? That power armor had obviously been well worn and was, scratched and repaired and all this other stuff. It had like decals and shit on it. This one, what you're looking at here, looks like a brand spanking new set. There's no scratches, no nothing on it.
Time to change that.
Don't get ahead of yourself, Bodie. I don't think you want to get into a fight with her.
But Bodie's already a little bit damaged.
I think that's an understatement, buddy.
All right, so she says,
I don't mind about it.
she goes, "Oh, you want to talk about this?
Yes, please.
Exactly what are you going to say to me that's going to convince me to change my course of action here?"
Well, what's the point behind your course of action? Are you just one sadistic whatever, or do you have a purpose? Do you have a point? Are you being paid?
Well, I have been accused of being sadistic before, yes.
Well, okay. Well, what about the other questions? Are you being paid to do this?
Maybe who hasn't, but
Sure, yeah, I'm getting paid.
By who?
I can't tell you that.
Well, give us the common courtesy before you kill us.
Or you could always give us another silly riddle.
I don't want to.
Well, okay, I'll tell you what. You've already figured it out, so the remnants of Caesar's Legion. There's a good strong sect up here in the Pacific Northwest now, and they're moving in. They're starting to call the shots.
Would I know Caesar's Legion at this point?
I suspect that you would, yes.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's not good. Why are you working with those crazy people?
I can't tell you that part.
So you'll give us hints and clues and TVs and stuff, but you're not going to tell us modus operandi.
Yeah, what makes us so desirable? Is it just a matter of finding somebody who would fall into your trap?
Or is it these sexy curves?
Maybe it's you, Vault 2 boy.
Why me? I mean, look at me.
I would like to have you make a roll here.
Absolutely.
Give me a second. Okay, give me a... Let's see. It's hard to figure out the exact skill that we need here. Give me an intelligence and... it's not the best fit, but give me an intelligence plus medicine check.
Okay. I'm pretty good at both of those, so fingers crossed.
You need 3 successes. Do you want to spend an action point or anything like that?
Yeah, let's do that. Because I'm pretty sure we have 3 action points left from the last session.
So if you use all 3, you can get 2 extra dice.
Would that be okay with the party?
Yeah, we've only got one backed up this time, so.
Cool.
What's your
That
DV?
would be... My what?
What's the DV, difficulty value?
Oh. Where can I find that?
Overseer. How difficult is this?
Oh. That's what I said.
3 successes.
Right.
3? Oh yeah, take all 3 AP, please.
Perfect. Let's do it then. Be for 5 extra, or 5 dice total. No tag skill. Are you kidding me?
Can I help? Assist?
No, I don't think you can assist with this. We're trying to get him to jog his memory just a little bit. So something you can use to re-roll one of those.
Let's see. I do have my luck points still, so I might as well.
Might be a good idea.
Oh, have our luck reset? Is that per session, per day, per scene? How do you want to handle that?
I think we decided on it being per session last time.
I seem to remember it resetting based on adventure, actually.
Oh.
But I don't think you used your luck last time, did you?
No,
I used 1 point.
Perfect. Haha.
Okay.
Double success.
All right.
Hell yeah.
You get a point. Okay. Your memory is jogged just enough. And remember how at the beginning of this entire campaign, I told you that the people who'd previously run Vault 2 had been run out because
Yes.
they'd been doing unethical experiments on people, doing basically enforcing class warfare within the vault, and eventually,
oh, yes.
like teamed up on it and said, get the hell out. Well, the people they kicked out, Felicia is definitely too young to have been one of those people, but you notice a strong family, which has to be a family resemblance to one of the people who was kicked out.
Rambo's eyes immediately go wide as dinner plates. Like, he is purely shocked because he's pretty certain that this is what it is. So he looks over at Felicia and kind of goes like, do you know it? You know where I'm from. Like, you know it more than just the name. You know where I'm from.
Of course I do.
How?
She doesn't want to say.
Highly suspicious. He kind of turns over to Bolt and Bodhi and kind of grits his teeth together. I think she might not necessarily come from Vault 2, but I think she might come from somebody who came from Vault 2. Am I making sense?
So she's a kid's kid?
A kid's kid, yes.
Well, I mean, everybody's a kid's kid.
Well, yes, but a Vault kid's kid, if that's what you need to know. And I would assume that that's fairly special, considering that everybody treats me like I'm odd for being from there.
I don't think you're odd. I'm just jealous.
Oh, is it of my
Lucky
sick
bastard.
clothes?
No.
You don't
I'm
like
that
the blue?
smooth skin.
Some of all one long time ago.
Well, he turns to Felicia again and he stares at her and he says, "You have to let us go."
Why would I do that?
Well, I genuinely don't see where this benefits you, keeping us here. Whatever Caesar's Legion wants with us, I feel like it would be better for them to find us themselves than whatever you have packing.
Wait, she's packing?
She goes, see,
Sorry.
the issue here is that you're turning into an inconvenience for them.
How?
Well, I mean, for one thing,
That's the point, isn't it?
You're trying to get a reactor back.
Well, yes, they made it into a massive inconvenience for us.
Keep in mind, she doesn't know that you got that reactor back. So
Oh.
you got a reactor replaced, so you got that. Yeah, so she says, so first you go looking for a reactor from the people who, stole it from you. And then you start dropping questions, asking around, trying to find out more, like you're, actively investigating this thing. Makes them very uncomfortable.
Well, what are they expecting? Everybody to just roll over and out of their way? If they steal a reactor, it's going to upset the people they steal it from.
No, that's what Caesar's Legion expects, yeah.
Horrible people, then.
Well, they are known for being horrible people, yeah.
Rambo kind of turns to his friends. I really don't want to have to fight this out.
Yeah.
Me neither. That's pretty deadly.
Can I make a speech strength check instead of a speech charisma check to try and intimidate?
I'll allow it.
It's still not that great, but it's worth a try. Four. So that is this die. Strength. Speech. 2. Ag skill. No.
Use a luck reroll.
What exactly do you do?
I'm like, waving the board right now, and I've got the pipe rifle on my hip as well, so that's easy to see. Like, you're gonna want to leave it alone, and just trying to look like the tank that he is.
By the way, is that a
It's like the Tiananmen boy.
Yes, it is.
Awesome.
It hangs on the wall beside my desk, so I brought it down to be Bodhi's surfboard.
Show
Right.
off.
She goes, you guys disappoint me. You guys have been tearing up the wasteland, and here it is, you just faced one person, and you're just hanging back. I don't understand this.
Has it ever occurred to you that maybe we're tired of fighting and that we came here with a completely different idea in mind? Maybe some of us like routine and expectations.
Yeah, she laughs at that and says, I'm just not buying it. I'm sorry.
So what are we going to do? Are we going to sit here until we prove to you that we have no means of fighting you properly? And you know this. Look at what you're wearing. Look at that.
Oh, so you're accusing
Look at me.
You're accusing me of being unfair.
Oh, I'm not accusing you of being unfair. I'm just saying there's no way we're fighting you. We're reasonable people. We've offered to talk this through, and all you've done is brag about how dangerous Caesar's Legion is and how we've messed with the status quo of everything. I think it's kind of unfair.
So what do you propose?
I propose that maybe we talk this out and maybe we could hash out a bigger and better deal with you than the Legion could ever offer. He knows very well that this could make him a very big enemy. But at this point, who cares?
Like the biggest enemy.
Yes.
I'm not bigger than NCR, but yeah.
She says, better offer, huh? Such as?
I don't know. According to you, we've been tearing up the wasteland. Maybe we could offer you some sort of protection or power trade.
Protection against the Legion.
Against the Legion.
And how would you propose that? You'd employ the full might of Vault 2 against the Legion? Who, by the way, sent a small raiding group against your vault and came away with your reactor?
Well, we weren't prepared then. We're prepared now.
Interesting. She stops for a second. She kind of goes, really? Seriously? She goes, I have a proposal for you.
Okay.
I let you live, and in exchange, you allow my father sanctuary in Vault 2.
Who's your daddy and what does he do?
What's that?
Who's your daddy and what's he do?
He's just my dad.
What is your dad's name? Rambo looks kind of terrified.
His name is Arthur Sladek, which happens to be a name that you recognize.
Rambo? Who is... Do you know who that is?
Well, he was one of the people that was chased out of my vault a long time ago, much before I was ever conscious of any of the weird social issues we had in the first place. But anybody who's researched history down there, I mean, All we have is that insurrection, and, well, do I know what type of part he played in it?
He was one of the people propping up the group. Propping up the people on top. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. Rambo kind of turns back to Felicia and goes, "Could we talk to him first?"
You're talking to me and I'm talking to him.
Okay. Well, hello, Arthur. I can't promise I can grant you sanctuary. I hope you know that people are very sore still about what had gone down there. And I'm lucky I got out of it myself. He kind of stops, and then he turns again. We can bring you there, but only you and him.
She goes, you promise that if we go there, your vault's not going to try and kill us.
I swear by it.
Don't make promises you can't keep, kiddo.
Trust me, I don't think they will.
Bodhi's just shaking his head. That's not a promise I'll give you.
Well, as long as he's kind of getting a little bit frustrated at this point. Let's just do it. It's our only option at this point. Let's just do it.
All right.
I'm not from your vault, so you think the people there are going to be okay with this?
I mean, okay is a relative term. People are going to be uncomfortable and stressed, but they'll have to be okay with it. There's something greater at stake.
Kicked out. Bolt and I haven't done that same research into your history that you have.
Yeah, I got no idea what the hell's going on.
Well, do you know what the hell is going on over here? I have no idea who the Caesar's Legionnaire are, whatever you've been telling me about, and I've been rolling with the punches pretty great now. At this point, I think we either figure out this middle ground or we leave full of bullet holes.
I mean, I'm not going to argue with that, so...
Well, Felicia, we shall take you there. We have a friend we need to pick up, but we can take you there sooner rather than later.
All right. She's quiet for a second. She goes, "You really want to do this?"
I really want to do this.
I'm not talking to you, Vault 2. She goes, you seriously want to do this? Okay. All right. Fine. Let's go. Let's do it.
Do I break the mirrors now?
So, please don't break the mirrors. Any mirrors you break, we have to fix. Let's just leave them alone.
What is this? A horrible funhouse?
Well,
please.
You've heard of a killing floor, haven't you?
Isn't that for like cows?
Yes.
Are you you got some long pig?
So I thought we were gonna have plenty of long pig after today.
Shit.
All right, so she actually, the lights change, and based on the changing of the lights, you can actually see your route out of this room by looking at the ceiling.
Huh.
Vampire, we cannot hear a word you're saying. I think you muted yourself.
Muted.
But Bolt does not have the intelligence or perception to figure that out. He will follow these.
Bolt or Bodhi? Who's...
I don't know why I keep saying Bolt. I'm sorry.
Me neither.
Bodhi has neither the perception nor intelligence and will simply follow the rest.
Okay. You guys go out. Basically, it leads you into a big central chamber, and then from there, the central chamber looks like a living area. There's like couches and bookshelves and stuff like that, and then there's a hallway from there that leads to a door. She escorts you out the front door. So you're back outside now. And there's a guy standing there who looks like he's about 70 years old. He's got, he's a skinny, tall, gray hair. Has a short, well-trimmed beard.
Is he smoking with Regis?
No. No, he's not smoking. And he's wearing these clothes that are like, you just don't see people in the wasteland wearing clothes like this because they look like they are almost like you'd see somebody in like a colonial setting. It's like a suit. It's like a light-colored suit that looks like it belongs in a colonial setting. And he goes, "Hi guys, I'm Arthur Sladek."
Hey Arthur, interesting getup you got there.
Hey, Bolt, I think he's older than you.
Rambo's just like jabbing them with his elbows, like, stop. Stop.
Keep in mind that Felicia is still in power armor. She could gun you down at any time.
Hey, that was no insult. I didn't say anything mean. I said interesting getup. I haven't seen anything like that since I was back in school studying those old pictures.
He says, "Well, it's good to enjoy the finer things in life, even with the world in its current situation. Wouldn't you agree?"
I would totally agree. That's why I've been trying to find a car for forever, and, well, I got that badass killdozer finally.
All right.
That
So you
would
guys
do
want
for some long pickling.
you guys want to ask this guy anything?
Oh, we probably should.
Nothing to piss him off, or his daughter.
that's the kicker.
Yeah, the rest of the party is probably actively trying to keep Cody's mouth shut.
And Rambo,
Have you seen anybody up here since you came up here? We lost track of our friend.
Oh,
We haven't seen him.
your buddy's back in Lake City.
Have you been keeping tabs on us?
No, I'm telling you as the GM.
Oh, I'm gonna be like, what?
So Regis is there?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. He was going to go do some research, I believe.
Okay. Why do you want back inside this vault so bad?
Have you seen the state of the world?
You look like you're doing just fine.
Yeah. You look like you're doing better than me.
He goes, "Well, there's something to be said for clean water, electricity, regular food. It doesn't matter how good I've got it. It doesn't compare to what we had before."
Rambo almost snaps immediately. But you left.
I didn't leave. I was escorted out
You did.
at the point of the gun.
Yes, but I mean, don't. You and I can't ignore the fact that something very obvious and very painful happened there that caused you to leave. I mean, if you cherished these beautiful, lovely, comfortable lifestyles so much, why did you do what you did in the first place?
What can I say? Mistakes were made.
Mistakes.
Vault Tech set things up in a certain way, and we were just continuing the way that things were set up, and eventually people weren't comfortable with that situation anymore. It came down on us. I'm sorry. It's been a long time.
Well, you do know that the moment that you cross those doors, our overseer very well might want something out of you.
Such as?
Penance.
What's
You know,
that
just
penance?
I don't know, just They might put you to work. You might be lower on the pole than what you were used to. These are all things that you should expect.
I think lower on the pole inside a vault is still higher than living out here.
Yes, that's fair, but I mean, I don't know. They can make it hell, and they very well might. I assured you that they would let you in, and they will let you in, and they won't hurt you, but you're not going to be able to socially acclimate as easy as you used to by any means.
Why are you trying to dissuade him?
I'm sorry. He...
I have, well, there is something else that could actually work in my favor, which is my daughter here, who has some equipment that she's wearing, which I believe that your vault lacks, and could be very valuable in the protection of your vault.
Well, good. I'm glad that you've already been thinking of solutions to these apropos problems. He organizes himself a little bit. Now, I think we should be going sooner rather than later.
I agree. So do you
While you've been working under Caesar's boot, do you happen to figure out exactly like where they are, and maybe we can get the reactor stuff dealt with too for them? Not you. I mean, you're going to be living in the vault. That's all good. I'm fine. I'm talking about those of us that are hired on hands.
What you're saying is you think I have all the answers.
I'm asking
Like power armor.
You know the answers.
Sadly, part of this arrangement is nobody has all of the answers, because if they did, they would be dangerous to the organization.
Do you consider yourself a part of their organization?
Well, if your vault takes me in, not anymore.
Well, I consider that a net gain then, if these people are so dangerous.
Particularly if they see that I have defected to Vault 2, they're probably going to want to kill me.
Well, then make sure they don't see. Do it quietly.
Good
Thank
point.
God for the power armor.
All right, so do you escort them to the Killdozer?
Yes. Yep. Keep a very close watch on him, though.
Okay.
I think we should stay as suspicious as we can be until we don't have to be anymore.
Well, he doesn't appear to be particularly threatening. You think he's carrying a gun, but you're guessing it's not a big gun. Certainly not a machine gun and power armor. So he is just completely relaxed. As a matter of fact, once you guys pile into the Killdozer and it starts up and it starts headed back to Lake City, he's just kind of sitting back up there, hops on a bench, lights up a cigarette, just like he's got not a care in the world.
You get any more of those? I haven't had one in a couple of, decades.
Sure. He takes out a pack, hands one over to you. You don't recognize the brand.
I'll still gladly light one up and smoke. I mean, this is a guy who lived in L.A., Night City, Vegas. This is not somebody who would pass up the chance to have a cigarette.
All right. He hands you a cigarette. He pulls out a Zippo, holds it out to you. Here you go. And
what's the stuff? Nicotine.
It is much harsher than you remember.
Do I even feel my lungs as a ghoul?
I was about to say.
It's not that bad.
Smooth.
He says, indeed. All right, a short time later, you arrive in Lake City. Let's cut to Regis real quick. Regis, you did not go on that little outing with them. What have you been up to?
Well, looking around stores and shops and other places to hear, local gossip or see if there are old artifacts.
Okay. Old artifacts. I mean, there's quite a few boats that are still there at the marina, in various different levels of repair. Other than that, a lot of the obvious type of stuff has been long since picked over. But there's always traders who come in and out of town.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
And listening for rumors if I found anything interesting.
Okay. You do hear a rumor that raider activity seems to have picked up quite a bit lately.
Okay.
And
No.
that
Yeah.
the attack seems to be a little more deadly than what, usually a raider attack will be a bunch of thugs will come in, threaten you with guns, steal your belongings, and leave. In this case, they seem to be more than happy to shoot up a group of people, kill at least a couple of them, take their stuff, and then leave.
Okay.
So what are they doing instead? They're not normally raiding. What are they doing?
They're just being more violent and killing people.
They're being more like Caesar's Legion.
Yeah,
Got
pretty much.
There's a good question to ask for Regis. Do you hear any stories about like crucifixions?
That's going to be a no for right now.
Okay. So not Caesar's Legion. That's a plus. Still being dickwads though.
Well, I mean, the whole crucifixions thing. I mean, who can say what they're really up to, or where and when they might be doing it? But you haven't heard. You're not hearing any reports of such thing.
Okay. Good to know.
All right. Well, you're still just kind of poking around town, and the Killdozer shows back up.
What?
And you notice there's a couple of passengers in there as well. One of them is in power armor.
Whoa.
Rambo waves at Regis very excitedly. We're on our way back to Vault 2. We have to escort a couple new friends. And he says friends with a bit of salt. Like, he definitely isn't feeling that.
Okay. Do we think this is going to be more trouble?
It's probably going to be more trouble, but at this point, I think no matter what route we take, it's going to be a lot of trouble.
Indeed. I'm glad I have you guys and, the power armor and the Killdozer.
Oh, yes, that's Felicia.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
She goes, "Hi." The old guy sitting there, he puts his hand out and says, "Arthur Slade, pleased to make your acquaintance. Would you like a cigarette?"
Okay.
He hands you a cigarette.
I'll take another if you still hand them out. Oh man.
Yeah.
All right. So do you guys want to just head straight for the vault? Do you want to do anything while you're here?
I feel like we ought to head straight for the vault. Do we need any supplies? How are we doing on any kind of healing supplies, just in case? I have 2 stim packs.
I have a depleted uranium bar, but
Woo!
that's about it.
Yeah, Bolt has nothing, but also no money to
Bolt?
buy anything. Brody. And I took throwbacks to Pandas game. Sorry, but Bodhi has nothing, no food, no stim packs, and no money. So we're good to go.
Let's just do it.
Okay.
Good.
All right. So you're driving along, and obviously this thing doesn't move that fast. So it's going to take a while. And Arthur's, sitting on a bench in that thing, puffing away on a cigarette. And he goes, "So, you're not exactly sure how things are fitting together. Is that what I'm understanding here?"
I just left this vault. I need you to know that. I need you to know that I have just experienced this outside world for about a week or two. So, no. I'm just following whatever people tell me at this point, in good faith.
Well, what you need to understand is that the people who were, shall we say, evicted from Vault 2 ended up resettling elsewhere and ended up calling themselves the Founders. The Founders managed to find some people who kind of glommed onto them, who were willing to help support them, and together we kind of grew into a brand new civilization, village, whatever you want to call it. It does well enough. Occasionally it gets attacked by raiders. We don't like people knowing where we're at, for obvious reasons. But about a year and a half ago, there was a meeting between the Founders and the remnants of Caesar's Legion. And let's just say that we joined forces. Not everybody was in agreement with this joining. And I'm one of the people who was, shall we say, reluctant.
Is that why you left?
No, I left because I've got an opportunity to get back into the vault.
That's fair.
So the Founders, all of you are former Vault members? Is it all from the same vault or different vaults around the area?
All of us exiles from Vault 2, or our children. And he looks at his daughter in power armor. By the way, she's taken her helmet off now, so you can actually, look her in the eye.
You're beautiful.
Rambo slaps Bolt on the arm.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
She looks at you and goes, I wish I could say the same thing.
It's okay. These beauty standards have they've changed a little bit over the last 200 years. At least I don't have to worry about moisturizing anymore.
Have you ever considered that it might help?
Well, won't really help if there ain't much skin to be putting it on.
Yeah, but the little bits that you have, they could be glowing. More than just from the radiation, of course.
That's what I was gonna say. It's with the uranium bar for. You want to hold it? I start reaching into my jacket again.
Put it away. We're in an enclosed space.
And if you ever see a glowing ghoul, you don't want to make friends with him because he's going to hug you in ways you don't like.
That's one of the most frightening things you have ever told me.
Oh.
Just wait until you find out about how we digest.
So then he says, now here's the part. Here's what you're probably wondering. What they wanted with your reactor. Am I
Well, they
correct in
wanted a
this?
new power source.
Yeah, well, yes, but what are they powering?
Well, you said they made a new civilization there, right?
Yes, but it's pretty self-sufficient.
Are they selling it to Caesar's Legion or?
Basically, Caesar's Legion, or what was left of them, came into the area headless and somewhat lost. We did what we do best. We gave them a purpose.
So you guys are the one that started sicking them on everybody else.
Again, it wasn't me personally, but yes.
The founders.
Mm-hmm.
Are you trying to? Did you find another vault? Are you trying to take over another vault?
He goes, look at that power armor that she's got there.
Oh, God. Are you working with the Enclave?
Oh, no. No, we're doing our very best to keep them the hell out of this area. And fortunately, they're not even trying to get in. No, he says, look at that power armor. See how there aren't any scratches on it? See how new it looks?
Hmm.
Almost like it's newly manufactured.
No. Rambo looks pretty horrified. I don't think somebody with that type of eventual goal should have power like that at all.
Mm. Well, here's something you need to keep in mind. The samurai, the Fort Lewis division, pretty much all of them, they don't have anything that would compare to power armor. Power
Do you guys
armor,
have any other pre-war tech?
weapons, yes, weapon manufacturing, ammunition manufacturing.
So you guys are the new manufacturers of pre-war tech here.
Well, I wouldn't say that we are per se. That would be more of Caesar's Legion because they're more the factory worker type. When they're
But
not
the
busy.
founders are like the ones in control, kind of.
Sounds like we do want the Enclave to come and investigate this area.
That's what I was thinking. Brotherhood of Steel might want to come out here and pay them a visit.
Rambo looks a little confused.
What's wrong, kiddo?
Who? The Brotherhood of Steel?
Out east, they like to reclaim pre-war tech, and they don't want it to be in the hands of, especially like the former NCR or.
So I'm
Caesar's
imagining
Legion.
that means this is a massive issue.
Looks like we might have some kind of a war on our doorstep if these people keep making and producing.
Well, I hope that I haven't made the wrong decision in bringing you to my vault, but I also hope that maybe you will do something to help protect it in these oncoming war times, because evidently this is very bad. This is very, very bad.
He says, well, I can't guarantee there's much I can do for you. The best thing I can advise your vault is just stay out of it.
Yeah, but it seems like that's not a choice for us anymore. I mean, they're coming to us.
Well, they came to you for a reactor because they needed one. The facility was pre-war. Once they repaired what they could repair, they obviously needed to power it, and that's where your reactor came in.
God damn it.
And Felicia says, yeah. This set of armor I'm wearing right now came off the assembly line about a day ago.
How fast are they manufacturing these things?
Pretty fast.
Well, thank you for your honesty, albeit as horrifying as it is.
Where's this factory located?
And that's where Arthur says, That is where nobody has every piece of the puzzle.
But if Felicia just got it off of the assembly line a day ago, that means that you must know where it's coming from or where it got dead dropped to.
It was dead dropped to me in Lake City.
So we need to try and keep tabs on who's coming in and out of town and follow or tail people to figure out where the hell this place is.
And the last time we did that, it got us stuck in that bunker with Felicia.
Yeah, but now she's working with us.
Temporarily.
Not actively working against you is probably the better. the better thing.
And like, she only knew that we were looking because we were asking. That's what she said. Mm-hmm. So as long as we do like not ask and just watch, maybe we'll have better luck.
I think that's a good course of action. But for now, let's get to this vault.
She says, might not be a bad idea to just put yourself out there and try to get attacked.
I mean, can I borrow your power armor then?
She laughs. But you're more likely to see more and more power armor as time goes by.
Regis, did you hear anything going on when you were doing your recon about this? Was there more power armor popping up outside of town?
Raider activity's increased, and it's becoming more violent. Nothing specific about our power armor, but that might not be a coincidence.
Arthur, are they producing like weapons too, or is it just the power armor?
Oh, of course they're producing weapons, but it takes a lot. Takes a lot more power, a lot more time, a lot more expertise to produce power armor than it does guns.
I think maybe one thing we could do, instead of just looking to get attacked, we could try to see if there's any other vaults in the area. See if they've been attacked, track any tracks down, maybe. I mean, we've already accidentally, Bodhi and I just ran across this vault dweller, literally out of nowhere, but could be others walking around trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Especially if the founders are consolidating power.
Could be others who have been raided as well.
Exactly. Maybe get my hands on some more uranium.
You have a problem.
It's warm, okay? What can I say?
So yeah, they don't really have much more information for you. They've pretty much given you as much as they can in terms of useful information. But you're now definitely into the irradiated zone. You're getting near the vault. Is there anything you want to do before you get to the vault?
Keep my eyes out for anything that could be scavenged. Kidding. Scavenge or forage, yeah.
But it's going to be looking for anything that is edible, radiated or not.
Well, your idea of edible is probably different than most people's idea of edible, and you do see a couple of dead ground squirrels on the road that potentially edible.
Oh, this will go nicely with those big cats we were eating the other day.
Yum.
Squirrel and cat sounds like a
anything to keep my strength up.
Well, we've been inside Vault 2, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Went in there and I fixed the thing up. Do they have a kitchen that we can cook this in?
Oh, they guaranteed to have a kitchen.
All right, Bodie, go grab it. Let's bring it in. Get some dinner made.
They have actual food at the vault if you need it.
Nobody fed us last time. How would we know?
Because we were in there in passing. You just need to ask. There's mothers in there. They'll give you sweet rolls.
Sweet rolls.
Sweet rolls.
Let's get rid of those fucking squirrels. I want some sweet rolls.
Yeah, mention of sweet rolls. Bodhi starts to hand them to Bolt, who says, "Get rid of them." He tucks them right back into the wasteland.
All right. You show up to the vault. Actually, the clock tower is the vault's located under the clock tower. You open the secret door. You take the ladder down. You're staring at the vault entrance, and somebody on the other side is like, "Rambo, you're back."
Yes. I brought something for the overseer. Someone for the overseer.
Someone for the
Yeah,
overseer.
don't objectify.
Yeah, some ones for the overseer. 2 of them.
2 of them.
I know it's going to look very bad, but I promise that we've worked everything out and everything is copacetic and nobody will be charging out guns a-blazing or anything like that.
And he promised us food.
Yes, my friends are also very hungry, but that comes later.
Later, primary.
He goes,
Where's the kitchen?
you do realize that one of those people's wearing power armor, right?
Yes, but I think what they have to offer might indeed help us out.
Okay, but they could... You know what happened the last time somebody came into the vault with power armor?
Yes, and I fixed that, didn't I?
I guess you did, yeah.
Well, you have my word, then. If anything happens with them, I'll fix it, too. I think we should,
All right,
He's getting kind of more and more nervous sitting in this position. I think we should go in, please.
The guy, well, he's a guard. He's on the other side of the door. He goes, "I'm going to need to check this with the overseer. Just hold on a minute."
Rambo turns around and just kind of leans against one of the walls. They have to go check with the overseer, what can I say? I'm just an engineer.
Arthur lights up a cigarette. He comes back, and he goes, "Well, I'll tell you what. We'll let you in, but she's got to take off the armor."
He turns to Felicia. Are you willing?
Felicia looks at Arthur. Arthur just kind of nods, and she says, "Yeah, I guess so."
Okay.
So, 5 minutes later, or however long it takes, she manages to get out of the suit, and it's sitting in a big pile of components.
Depends how much fallout we're basing this on.
Yeah. Bodhi will offer to carry it since it won't. It obviously won't fit him. But he's strong enough to carry it. He'll carry it for her if he would like.
All right. The vault door opens, and you see about 10 guards in front of you. They've got their weapons out, and they go, "Okay." And the vault, the overseer's there as well. The overseer walks up to you and goes, "Okay, what's going on?"
Hi, fellas.
Well, he laughs nervously. You know Arthur Sledick, right?
Because I was pretty young when Arthur Sledick was escorted out of the vault, along with the rest of his regime.
Yes, well, here he is.
Arthur
Ta-da!
says- Arthur looks at him and goes, "So, you're the man in charge of the vault now." The overseer goes, "I am." He goes, "Nice to make your acquaintance." Offers him his hand. The overseer shakes it nervously. Goes, "What are you doing here?" A short time later, you explain, you guys fill them in on everything that's happened. Everything's been said. And Arthur says, "So, War is coming. You could probably use our help. We want back in. What do you say?
Wait, who's we? I thought it was just you, Arthur.
There's Felicia as well.
Just the two of them, or are there more that want to come back?
He goes, there could potentially be more, but it's just us for now.
You mentioned there was other reluctant people. If might be able to get more, possibly more information about this factory. Overseer, if we can get these folks in, I mean, I'm not a member, but you know, could be some pretty valuable information and some valuable assets on hand.
Arthur thinks about it for a second. He goes, well, given time and finding the right contacts, I might be able to make some introductions at some point. I can't make any promises.
Well, and Felicia, his daughter, she has power armor, and I know that we've recently had a lot of issues with being able to defend ourselves properly from oncoming onslaughts, and well, we've spoken. She might be open to helping out with us. I think it would be in uncertain times a net gain.
And he says, I agree with what you're saying. So, we are going to tentatively allow them back in. Tentatively.
That's okay. I've made it very clear to them that I have very little patience for misdeeds right now.
Well, Arthur's just sitting there with a grin on his face. He says, if you could find me some quarters, I'd be very happy. And some clean water, that'd be nice. And some food. And if there's anything you need me to do, I'd be more than happy. And the overseer just kind of looks at him and says, we're going to regret this, aren't we?
Oh, yeah, if you say that.
But, so they lead him off. So what do you guys want to do at this point?
I should visit the cantina.
What's that?
Visit the cantina.
Yeah, I promised my boys some sweet rolls.
Ah,
Yeah, somebody did promise specifically sweet rolls, and I am hungry. So if we don't get any sweet rolls over here, then I may have to go the same route as Felicia and Arthur here and start going after some long pig.
all right. Yeah, so there is a nice spot, nice large area where you can eat, a cafeteria. And you know, you've got somebody. Well, you got a line where they will serve you food, and one of the things they do happen to have on hand is some sweet rolls.
I'm a man of my word.
They also have mashed potatoes, although they are of the reconstituted variety that come from a box. Some gravy that is questionable, and you're pretty sure the meat is pork, but it smells edible.
I mean, I'm a ghoul. I can't be picky.
All right, they serve you up a tray. Here you go.
Oh, I immediately just start eating. Very, very loudly. It's pretty tasty. Just get your hands on some of these sweet rolls. It's been great.
There's just a 6-foot radius around him where people refuse to sit.
I'm perfectly fine with that. Give me my space to be messy.
Well, I think the other thing that we would want to do while we are here is see if we can get any more supplies. I know they've already given us ammo and the likes, but I don't know, maybe a few days have passed and things have changed.
I rolled an effect for the sweet roll. Do I get the radiation?
Yeah, so they don't. The quartermaster doesn't actually have anything new to give you, unfortunately.
Okay.
However, the overseer, after he's dealt with Arthur and Felicia, comes back around, wants to talk to you. It says, "Well, it would appear that things are getting complicated, and that we're not going to be able to stay out of it very much longer. It would also appear that you're going to be badly outmatched. If they have power armor, I mean, what are you going to do?"
Well, it seems like we need to get our hands on some power armor that we can use.
That's why I was asking where the facility was.
We don't know, and he doesn't know. Trust me, if he knew, he would have told me.
Well, do you think one of his old founding companions might know?
From what it sounds like, Caesar's Legion has been smart enough to not put all of their cards on the table. If that makes any sense to you.
It makes our job harder.
But you might be able to find some pre-war power armor that would kind of even things up, potentially. Maybe you should make a point of looking for some of that.
I think that might indeed be our next step, alongside trying to figure out where the hell these legionnaires are staying.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we know that there was a factory in the Pacific Northwest that manufactured power armor during the war, before the nukes fell. Unfortunately, that was considered a matter of national security, so we don't know where it's at. There's no record in the vault of where it's located. All I can say is it's somewhere within about what used to be a four-state area.
Shit.
Vampire, you are muted again.
I was bumbling under my breath anyway. It was
Okay.
like 4 state. Bolt and Bodie have walked 4 states, been, plenty of times. We got a car now, so we're good for 4 states.
Yeah, I'm not on foot. I don't give a shit. I can drive all day, all night, whatever works. As long as I get to put my keister in a seat, I'm good.
Well, the way I see it, at the very least, we could use this as an opportunity to get whatever supplies we may need, and then hopefully find this factory.
Yeah, and I think that that's going to be the key here to ending whatever is going on, is finding that factory and finding some way to eliminate it. But I don't see how we could possibly jump to that step anytime soon. We need to know where it's at. We need to get forces available. We need to be better outfitted. Wouldn't hurt to have some allies in, And I'm worried that these founders are going to take the fight to people like the Samurai and the Fort Lewis division. If they get decimated, they're going to create a power vacuum, and they're going to step right into it.
Well, then maybe we ought to seek allyship with them first.
Not a bad idea. Didn't you have a friend who was part of the Samurais at one point?
Yes. Nodding very excitedly.
Interesting.
Well, and it seemed like he had a decent amount of notoriety and respect. I mean, we can use anything we can leverage against.
Because what happened to him anyway?
He turns to Regis. I think he just left. More of a lone wanderer, I guess.
Yep. Had his own mission.
Interesting. And didn't you say that he was with your group up until you were in the arena at Wastat Uni?
Yeah, and then we just about lost track of him.
Interesting. Okay, well, might not be a bad person to find again at some point. If he's still alive.
And he smiles over at Regis this time. Looks like we're going to have a little reunion.
Yeah.
Says, but what I would recommend doing at this point is, if you any military bases would have been that weren't nuked would have been ransacked a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that your best bet for finding intact power armor would be most likely an army base that was in an area that got nuked. Now there is,
myself and Bodhi would be able to walk through there without too much of an issue. Do you have anything to protect the smooth skins against radiation?
we do. We've got radiation suits. Actually, he said now Fairchild Air Force Base is just a little bit to the north of where we're at, and that was pretty much ground zero. I don't know what's left, but that might not be a bad place to start with.
I think it's a great place to start.
Yeah. Fairchild. Never been there. Maybe this is an Air Force base, Army base.
Air Force Base.
If it's an Air Force base, they might even have some payloads that we could obtain as well and use in the future.
Potentially. They still work.
It's worth a shot.
Exactly. Unintended.
Oh, I can fix anything.
That's what I'm here for.
Shall we rest and go?
It says, yeah.
So-
Take a night, get rested, eat, watch a vid.
Wait, you got TVs in here?
Projectors and chill.
I haven't seen a motion picture in like 50 years. What do you have? I just immediately start following whoever it is out of the cafeteria towards whatever projection room it is.
They do have a big theater area, and they've got nightly shows.
I will make myself very comfortable in the front row of whatever theater area this is, regardless of how far away people sit away from me. Make myself at home.
There's a little poster outside of this area, movie poster, and it's got a couple of guys you don't recognize. No, you do recognize them actually. One of them is Sylvester Stallone, and the other one is Kurt Russell, and the movie is Tango and Cash.
I've actually never seen this one, but I remember the stallion. Oh boy,
The stallion. He's not a horse. He's a man.
You apparently haven't seen some of his old videos, have you?
I guess I'll add it to my list.
Ones that came before Hollywood.
You know what? I'm not even going to ask.
I mean, you can ask. I can explain. There's a whole series of them.
I just said I'm not going to ask. As eager as you are to explain the stallion man, the concept of a horseman frightens me deeply.
Well, first and foremost, those, of course, and Bolt just starts going through listing out Sylvester Stallone's pre-Hollywood porn.
I love that this is the brief bit of information that he definitely keeps close to his mind. He's like, I know exactly every single Sylvester Stallone porno pre-war.
All right, so they're about to start the movie. I'm assuming you're going to watch. Yes.
Yes.
So you go in and like the opening scene, you've got Sylvester Stallone and he's driving behind the truck, and then he like gets out and gets ahead of the truck, gets out, stands right in front of it, blows the tires out. Actually, no, I don't think they blow the tires out. Anyway, it comes to a stop. The guys who are driving it, they get thrown out the window. A bunch of other cops show up, and then one of the cops looks at Sylvester Stallone and goes, "What do you think you are, Rambo?" And he goes, "Rambo's a pussy."
Rambo frowns.
Did you hear that? You get some pussy.
And
I don't think that's what that meant.
I'm sure it is. We can always call you the stud. Bring you over to Kitty's house, just like the movie I was telling you about.
2 hours later, you've just watched the most ridiculous cop movie ever.
Wonderful. I'm asleep by the end of it, snoring very loudly.
Literally. Rambo's still fuming off of the pussy comment.
Rightly so. Yeah.
That is literally a line from the movie.
I know.
I've never actually seen that one.
Oh, you should totally watch it. It's awesome. Jack Palance is a bad guy. It's great. Highly recommend it. Okay, so the movie's over. They've got another one coming up. You're not as interested in some kind of musical from like the 1940s.
Ooh.
Since the Sound of Music, I grew up with this.
It's a dancing and singing movie with Shirley Temple.
Oh, it's the cute little curly locks girl.
Rambo's gone to bed by that time.
I sleep in the theater. With a sweet roll partially hanging out of my mouth.
Did they give us bugs, or is Bodhi crashing out in the theater too, stretching out across very, very many rows of chairs?
There's a couple of spare areas, quarters that you can stay in. So
I'm still just going to sleep
not
in the
really
theater.
used to anybody your size.
A couple extra bed rolls.
All right, you crash out. You wake up. It's the next morning.
What's playing now? Anything good? I wake up in the theater, so. Or if they stop projecting.
Oh, they've stopped projecting.
Oh, damn. Okay. Oh man. Nobody's here. I wanted to share the weirdest dream I had about Sylvester Stallone and Shirley Temple. It was.
No, absolutely not.
Where's that Rambo kid? He might get a kick out of this. I run out of the theater trying to look for Rambo.
Rambo had woken up early, and he honestly had probably tried to get the rest of the group up soon after. Ready to go.
Yeah.
All right, so you're ready to go. On your way out, the Sladicks show up to see you off. Arthur Sladick says, "Just so you know, I owe you one, kid."
I'll remember.
I'm sure you will.
Well, let's get going. Let's just go. He climbs into the killdozer and tries to usher everybody else in.
All right. So, Fairchild Air Force Base is to the north and slightly west of where you're at right now. It is a fair amount of travel, and I mean it's nothing compared to Lake City. Lake City is quite a bit farther away, but you've got a pre-war map that'll basically lead you right to the gates of it.
Oh, holy shit, this is a real place. Okay.
Yeah, it is a real place.
I'm gonna ask I'm gonna bug my dad. Then he probably knows what's here.
Runways, hangars. I've never actually been there.
My dad used to be a B-52 bomber repair technician.
Oh, holy crap!
Yeah, he worked for SAC.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
All right, so
I'm just looking at pictures now.
you're heading off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, before we leave, I would try and ask, as we are heading out. I've just been to Edwards and Andrews. Oh yeah, I've never been to any of them. Better off than me. I'm gonna ask while we are heading out if they have any ammunition stocked up yet since we last came in.
Unfortunately not.
38 or 44.
Unfortunately not.
Damn.
We might be able to scavenge some.
Definitely at the Air Force base. They
Destination.
might.
I mean, if what they say is true, it hasn't been as ransacked as the rest of it, so seems like we have the highest chance.
Well, I'm down to 7 rounds for this 44. It's I got barely over 1 cylinder, and the 38. This thing's garbage, but
Well, let's hope we're not ambushed.
let's hope. I mean, it is an Air Force base. We might find some other ghouls there. Would be nice.
We've had some good luck with ghouls so far. I wouldn't mind that.
I mean, not to brag, but we are very cultured people, and more than that Arthur was back there. He's a bit of a fop, if you know what I mean.
Oh, I know what you mean. He laughs. Well, onward. Let's do it. Let's air this force.
Okay.
Not sure he understands what Air Force is, but
Yeah.
Okay.
That's funny.
You're headed through the irradiated zone of the ruins of Spokane in the generally northward direction. I believe that that Fairchild is actually not far away from the actual airport, and your path is going to take you through there. So as you're driving through there, you see wrecked terminals, and you see just the completely decimated ruins of these, big, massive airplanes. And,
it's been a long time. Damn.
as you go into there, you do happen to see what looks like is maybe a ghoul, but you see it from kind of a distance, and he kind of like, it's like you catch him, glimpse of him out of the corner of your eye, and he like disappears into a shadow. You kind of, you wouldn't be too surprised if you're in a feral ghoul territory right here.
Oh shit.
But you're in the Killdozer, so they may not be too anxious to get in a fight with you.
We'll just run him over if need be.
Yes.
Because that worked so well when you were at the Cola facility.
I was showing you when we were in the that weird mirror place. You got to do it kindly. Put the barrel to the head, and then you pull the trigger. You don't just run over them. That's not nice.
It's not
This
nice.
is gonna
when they
be
try
me
to-
one day
Really?
when I get older.
Oh, that just makes me very sad.
It's part of the natural process of a ghoul's life.
Well, that sucks. I'm sorry. I'm still going to run them over with the car, but I'm sorry for your loss. Let's just go to this first hangar. He doesn't want to think about Bolt dying anytime soon.
So as you're going through this wreckage of the airport, you do happen to notice an airplane that's actually it looks very intact, and it has 2 engines. It has 2 engines, propeller. Looks like it holds about maybe 8 to 10 people. It does not look like the rest of the the other aircraft that are completely destroyed. It looks like this thing might have been landed after the nukes fell.
Do you think somebody else is here?
Crit success intelligence repair. Do I think that this might be operable still?
It looks promising.
Awesome. Oh, we might actually get to be part of the Air Force now if I can get us into that cockpit.
Well, remember, you're in the,
Really?
you're in the civilian airport right now. You haven't made it to the Air Force base. So,
I'm happy with anything with an engine.
gotcha. Does anybody actually know how to fly a plane?
Yeah. I got pilot as a tagged skill, so yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Hey, Bolt.
Do you want to check anything out?
Would any of these wreckages make good armor for me?
That's a good question.
Probably not. At most you're going to find aluminum on these things. So, we're not talking about armored planes here.
Oh, sorry, what was your question, Darren?
What's that? Oh, do you want to check it out?
I'd love to. Do you guys mind if we take a quick little detour? I want to go check out that plane.
Go ahead. Let's do it.
Wonderful. All right, so yeah, I'll pull the killdozer over. Can I make a perception check first to try and look through like the cockpit or any of the other windows and possibly see if there's anything moving around inside?
Yeah, you can go ahead and make a perception check. You just need 1 success.
Thanks. Perception and what, survival?
Yes.
Yes, tag, yes. Double success and a crit fail. I will spend a luck point to re-roll the second one.
Okay.
Or the first one, sorry. Oh, shit, I don't want to. Oh. Okay, 1 dice. Dex skill, yes. Alright, there we go. Okay, so 3 successes.
3 successes. Awesome. You don't see any movement inside.
Wunderbar. Let's take a quick look-see inside here, shall we? And
All right.
I will try opening up the plane.
Okay, you open up the hatch. It opens. You look inside. People definitely died in here. You got a couple people in the pilot seats. They're dead. You got 4 more people in the passenger area. They're dead. Based on what you're seeing, it looks like after the nukes fell, these guys needed a place to land. This is an airport. They landed. The radiation probably killed them.
Have you ever seen the movie? What was that? Those zombie movies. With there was one where they had a helicopter. A bunch of them landed, and they got to this airport. Maybe this is what they thought would be their end. Poor kids. I want to start scavenging.
Are they carrying anything useful?
It looks like what they're carrying is, you're finding, like trunks with clothing in them and stuff like that.
Clean clothes.
Yeah, there are clean clothes. Very old clean clothes.
It's not like moths would be eating them, so they should still be in pretty good repair.
Right, they are. You do see a weapon in one of these. There is a 38.
Oh, damn it.
I'll take that 38.
Just a little pipe pistol then? Oh.
Yeah, it's just, I mean...
Here you go, kiddo. You can get another little handgun for you.
Perfect.
And Regis, we got some clean clothes over here. You want to get changed, buddy?
Keep in mind, he's wearing a radiation suit. The smooth skins
After
here
we're out of here. I mean, the radiation, it's been inside, so it should be, I mean, after some time, it should be okay to wear.
Yeah, it doesn't appear that the radiation is any stronger here than it would be throughout most of the ruins of Spokane.
Sweet.
So even though this is pretty close to where the bomb went off in the first place, the radiation levels kind of evened out and died down, and things pulled out of here could be potentially cleaned and made safe.
All right. So I'll just add in for items, just suitcase with clean clothing. How much weight would this be for me?
We'll call it 5 pounds.
All right. Cool. Some nice clean clothing. You got a little pistol. Is there anything else that might be useful inside here? Before I check out and try to see if I can turn it on.
Well, there's some snack cookies.
Take them.
And there's some Nuka-Cola in the fridge. Very, very warm Nuka-Cola.
Oh my God, we hit the jackpot, fellas! How many Nuka-Cola are there?
There's 3.
Who wants some Nuka-Cola? Do a little celebration before we hit the military base.
I'll save mine till when I need it, but yeah, I'll take one.
I'll save mine as well. Let's not get too eager.
All right. So,
Regis,
Yep.
you want to split one with me? As a quick yay, or you want to keep that suit on?
Well, I don't know. Well, split one. I'm game.
All right, sounds good to me. I'll close up the hatch just to make sure no crap comes from outside, and then crack open one of the Nuka-Colas and split it with Regis.
all right. Do you want to check out the overall condition of this thing and whether or not it is capable of flight?
100%. What would you like me to roll?
All right. Make. Give me a second. Let me look at the skill list.
Intelligence, pilots, perception, repair, intelligence, repair.
Let's go perception repair. And you're gonna need 2 successes.
All right. I've gotten a shitload of AP so far. How many AP do we have?
We have. Let me double check. Because I believe we have about 5 right now.
Okay. Can I steal one?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna use 1 AP and bump this up to 3. And tag skill, yes. Shit.
Wow.
That's how it always got to be, huh?
Yeah.
Well, you're looking at switches and dials and just a whole bunch of them, and it's been so long since you've been in a plane, you don't quite remember what does what exactly and
Oof.
what these buttons do.
Oh crap! I'm sorry, guys. I may have gotten a little too over ambitious with that Nuka-Cola celebration. I got no idea if this thing can be done.
Well, maybe next time. We can always come back to it.
Yeah.
Under the seat, though, there is a manual. If you would be interested in checking that out.
Reading. I hate reading. I mean, love. I love reading. I will gladly grab that manual. My God, yes. Any reading material, because reading in this game is amazing. What do I find?
You find a lot of the answers to those questions, like what does this dial do, and what does this button do, and what does this connect to? It's kind of like an owner's manual to a car, except that it's intended for pilots, just to kind of help them acquaint themselves with the airplane.
That is absolutely wonderful.
If you want to redo that check, you only need 1 success this time.
Oh, hell yeah, I'm going to redo. Can I steal another AP, guys, just in case?
Yep.
All right, so we're down to 3 now, I'm sorry.
We'll earn him back.
Yeah. Hopefully with this. Oh my god! Even after
Are you
reading the
kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Oh man, my cats are acting up so bad.
Do you want to give it a shot, Regis? Do you want to see if you can? You're a smart guy. Do you want to help him out a little bit?
Okay, yeah. Perception repair 3 dice, or
If you want to take an AP, yeah, 3. Go for it. Can you make heads or tails of this? My cataracts are acting up.
Uh-oh. Has Andy been doodling?
Of course. The whole
I
time.
cannot wait to see.
I'll be posting them in the Discord.
Yes.
oh, jeez, yeah.
Wow. I have never seen this much failure.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
no, that's
spend.
3 zeros 3 times.
I'm gonna spend 1 luck point, and I'm gonna.
Okay, Bodhi. Bodhi had an idea.
Just try to turn it on.
Yeah.
Bodhi, with his 4 perception and no piloting, just goes in and flips random switches and it kicks off.
Yes.
So, so here's what you're finding. You're not getting any. So it actually powers up. There are not any red lights on, meaning systems that are out. But your fuel level is such that you doubt that you'd be able to. You doubt you'd be able to fly it very far. It's looking like they probably expended most of the fuel they had and then had to land somewhere.
Mm.
The super mutant's a freaking genius. Bodhi. Oh man, I owe you one. Shit.
I just remember them telling me, have you tried turning it on and off again?
That is always really good advice.
Yeah.
I haven't used one of those old computers or an airplane in God knows how many years, but if it works, it works, right?
Yes, but does it work?
Well, it does. We just got to get some fuel.
Okay. Good thing we're going to a place that probably will have that.
We're also at an airport too, so airport, Air Force Base.
Bodhi pulls out a single flamer fuel. Does this work?
Oh. Would that work?
I don't know that you could run flamer fuel through an airport engine, an airplane engine.
Oh, we'll keep looking. It's okay, Bodhi. You got her turned on. Now we just got to get the right fuel into it.
Well, do you want to search the hangar?
Yeah, maybe we'll find a fuel truck. Maybe we might find one of those big. I don't even know what they're called.
Just about everything else you saw here was in complete wreckage.
Yes.
So
Let's check the Air Force Base.
What?
Okay, I think that might be our best option.
Yeah, what does this buy us in the meantime? I mean, this is good to have overall, but it doesn't get us any closer to our destination or goal, right?
Yeah, let's keep going. Let's keep going. I'm gonna keep that book though. Having a manual on an airplane is awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, twin prop, plane this size, definitely nice to be able to fly it if you ever run across another one, or if you get this one going. So
yeah. All right, I'm gonna keep that in my inventory. All right, let's get back to the Killdozer, boys. Let's head on over to the base.
Onward.
Onwards and upwards.
all right, you get back to the Killdozer, you go a little bit farther, and you come to what looks like a decimated fence. The fence used to be very high, and then, you know, it had some barbed wire up the top. But like I said, it's fairly decimated, so there's big holes in it, and like a lot of it's kind of leaning over and stuff. It's not going to be a problem getting past that. You see You see what looks like the base of what used to be an airplane tower, where they controlled air traffic.
An ATC tower.
You see runways, but the runways are kind of rubble at this point. So, and then you also see the remains of a shit ton of military vehicles. And when I say remains, we're talking, a bit of wing over here, a bit of cockpit over there. There's a human torso hanging out of a tree.
Jesus.
An ancient human torso that's been pretty well.
Oh, that might be a good source for some armor for you. Looks like somebody crash landed. Might be able to find some steel there to make you some armor.
And then in the distance, there is what looks like was probably the bases, or the main base area, which would be, you'd assume there'd be some housing there, there'd be a control center, that type of thing. Looks like everything above ground is pretty much rubble, but if you remember right, they usually had a below ground component to these things too.
Well, I think first things first, before we go into the place, do another perception check, see if there's anything else moving around here. You mentioned possibly feral ghouls earlier.
Yeah, go ahead and give us a perception check. Perception survival. Okay, you don't see any feral ghouls where you're at right now. Doesn't mean there aren't any here, but they're just not out where you can see them. In the distance, you hear the flapping of leathery wings. You're not sure what that is, but it sounds like it's pretty far away. Some sort of a mutant creature is out there. Other than that,
Did you say wings?
Wings.
Well, boys, we might have something in store for us that, we used to call them dragons.
Dragons?
I mean, it's got something big with big wings, and I don't think anything living out here has got any feathers.
Well, then I think we ought to stay as far away from any dragons as possible.
Or I can honk the horn and bring it here.
Bad idea. Bad idea. He smacks Bolt's hand away. Absolutely not.
Well, we could hit
Maybe
it.
after our mission.
You don't really you don't really see it, so may not be a dragon per se.
That's what he's conjuring up in his head, just like earlier with the him finding Rambo and telling him all about Shirley Temple and Sylvester Stallone in Revengeance Demolition Girl.
It's so bad.
He's got a very active imagination.
Oh, and it's unfortunate you didn't stick around the vault for another day, because the next movie that was going to be the next night was going to be City Slickers 3, the Christmas one.
Oh,
I can't wait to hear about that
no.
stallion.
I wonder if it's as good as the old Star Wars Christmas special. That one was amazing, beautiful choreography.
It was something. That's for sure.
And a little disco. Yeah.
All right. Anyway, so wandering a little bit closer, like I said, you see a bunch of rubble, but you do see a stairway going underground, and it is also full of rubble. If you want to go down there, you're probably going to have to dig it out. But it does appear that there is something to explore here.
We have a killed dozer. Can we dig it out?
No, unfortunately, it's going to take some actual manual labor to clear this one out.
My nickname's Killdozer.
Well, there you go, buddy. I mean, Bodie, or Buddy, whatever floats your boat. As long as it's not Bolt, that's my name.
All right, so Bodhi's gonna dig it out.
I hope.
Okay, well, it's not that difficult for you, you know, but in time you are able to clear it out to where you can actually get to the door, and I think that's where we're gonna leave it for the night.
Whew.
Oh shit! All right.
Okay.
All right, so we should be back in 2 weeks, I believe. I think everybody's good to go by then, right?
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
28th, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm good to go.
very cool. All right, let's go ahead and do our outros then. Let's go ahead and start with Capricious Nature.
Hello. Give me 1 second. I'll turn this off. You can see my actual beautiful face and not this grossness. There we go. Hi there. I am Capricious Nature. Very, very happy to be back in the player seat. I am the forever GM on my own games. I'm going to be dropping all of our links and stuff over in chat. You can click on any of those and catch us anywhere. And I will be dropping the link to both my filter and Vampire's filter on Discord. So if you're interested in role playing Super Mutant or Ghouls, you can find them over there.
All right, Vampire.
I'll do the same thing and turn that filter off. Thank you, Cap, for making that filter. It's wonderful. I am and always will be Vampire Bites. I've been playing Bodhi Webb, even if I sometimes accidentally called myself Bolt. Find me here every other Friday playing Bodhi. And looking in the future, I'm also going to be playing Marvel's Multiverse playtest on Tuesday nights. I'll have to I don't have the link handy, so I'll have to post that in the Saturday Nation Uncensored Discord. That's the only Discord I'm active on with the Fallout channel.
Perfect.
Okay, Andy.
Well, I am Andy. I play your local, very confused, slightly alarmed Vault Dweller, Rambo 2. It's always lovely playing here, actually. I love getting back into the sea and doodling the entire time. I'll be dropping doodles in our Fallout 2D20 Discord, which you can join through the Twitch chat. We have a little link and everything. But yeah, it's been an awesome game.
All right, Eric.
Eric, playing Regis Moset.
All right, I'm Darren Drader. I run this joint. I also run Star Trek every other Wednesday on this channel. Eric is part of that. And we are also launching the previously mentioned Reign of Discordia Kickstarter on Monday. And I'd very much appreciate your support. All right, so that's it from us. We will see people next time.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.